Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen. It is February week 2, part 1 of our Pantry challenge. What Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead doing now for quite a few years, and I am participating this year. So I've just been outside my outside freezer, and I've got things out from freezer and the outside fridge what needs to be used up. So I've got cheddar cheese from the freezer. I also have turkey organs. The turkey I butchered in June last year. I'm gonna make using up doing a dog's meal for next week. So we're gonna cook the dog's food. I've also got some chili in here, but I think I might need to discard this because I forgot about this and this is not looking good then, so I think we'll deal with this in a minute. I've also got 2 turkey thighs, also from the turkey we butchered June last year. So I need to think how we're gonna cook this. I've also found some more cabbages and kohlrabi, friends. So we've got red, white cabbages and kohlrabi. So we need to use this up. So we need to come up with some recipes. And I've also got some purple carrot. Right, that's what quickly I just been out there, and I thought for the next couple of days I need to plan a pantry meal. So let's get something out of the freezer that can thaw, and then we can use this up for dinner for tomorrow. Because today it's actually our last day of the first week pantry challenge, so we're gonna cook. It officially starts tomorrow, the day 8. But I thought if I'm gonna be organized and I'm gonna get things out from the freezer, that'll be nice and thought by tomorrow morning, and we can cook. Also tomorrow I'm gonna be very busy because finally we're gonna go and get our chickens from the old house to the new house, and I think I'm gonna make a vlog about that. Our chicken run, it's looking amazing. Now it's officially finished. Just the last touches we're doing on it. Luckily we've got some amazing help, and yeah, I am super excited about that. Chickens and turkeys will be here tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's all of them. It might take us a few days because it's quite a distance, and it's quite a few of them as well. But yeah, be on a good road. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we doing it finally. So as I've mentioned in my last vlog, my husband had an accident. He actually ruptured his biceps, so it's quite a big injury. I'm going to take care of most of the animals for quite a few weeks, and I'm going to look after him as well as much as I can. But it's okay, life happens, you know, things happen. Sometimes we don't plan things and we just have to deal with it. So this is our situation right now. It's not great, but we'll get through it and it's gonna be okay. Also, we're gonna start the seeds as well this week, so I am super excited. Actually, the garden is looking good. We are just organizing now. We've got about 100 plus those big bags, that like a hippo bags, you know, carrying soil, topsoil, compost and wood chips from our old house to here to fill the raised beds. And we've also got the fence in here now as well. We're gonna change our fence because the fence I'm having in the garden, it used to be a menage. So, and those fences are, especially after the big storm we had, some of them are not looking good, you know, falling over and all sorts. So I'm gonna use those big tall green fans what we had in the old house to protect my garden. Deers, hopefully rabbits, you know, and yeah, and that's gonna be our next project. Next month the polytunnels come in as well, but I'll bring you along for all these friends. If you're interested, you are very welcome. But this week's vlog, it's gonna be about the pantry challenge. So all the food, we're not going to the shop, we're gonna eat, cook, breakfast, lunch, dinner, what is at home in my pantry and in the freezer. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go through all these veg. Some of them, if not looking good or outer leaves needs removing, that goes to the compost. And I'm just gonna leave the meat in a bowl in the fridge because we won't use this. But actually it's 1 o'clock. Shall I leave this out? Because tomorrow I'm busy with the chickens. But that won't thaw now. We'll see how it goes, I'll let you know. Good morning friends, it is day 8 of February Pantry Challenge and I just made the breakfast. I'm going to have cheese and onion sandwich with cup of coffee. Before I have my breakfast, I just wanted to show you how I make my kind of like a coffee creamer. So I've got double shots of espresso in here, I've just made myself. I have remembered to take out some milk and I've tried it and it's delicious. From the freezer because we are having issues with Safi. She just doesn't like to get milked. I think she just wants, so we're just going to dry her off. My plan was keep her in milk for another 4 months because Juniper's due kid in next month, and I thought I'll leave the kid with her for a good few months and then we can milk Juniper, so it can be like a switcheroo from Safi. And I was gonna dry off Safi then, but she just I think had enough, so that's okay. And I still got so much milk left in the freezer that give us a chance to use all those milk up. So that's what we're doing today. So we've got some milk in here and I'm just going to put about a tablespoons of condensed milk to this milk and give it a very good stir with a little bit of vanilla extract. And I'm just going to have a little bit of this in my coffee and it is so good. So just whisk this. Sometimes I heat it up, it's just easier, condensed milk to melt. But you don't have to heat it up, you can just use it as it is. Okay, that's done. This is divine, right? I'm just gonna put just a little bit and let's try the coffee. So good. Honestly, it's delicious. Really, really delicious. That is good. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. So another project, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna make sourdough bread. So I'm just going to feed my starter. So this starter was in a fridge. I took it out last night, left it on a counter by my Aga. I put some lukewarm water, and to that water we're going to add some bread flour. And I'm gonna give it a good mix and leave it to it for a good few hours and it kind of peaks so we can make a bread. I've managed to buy a grain mill. I'm so excited about it. I've decided with Mock Mill 200. I haven't tried it yet. I will show you and we can try it together perhaps. Because it's a pantry challenge, so I haven't bought wheat yet. But what I have, I've got some, I think, barley. It's out of date since August last year, I think. But I just can't wait, so I really want to have a go and try. Okay, I'm just gonna cover this with shower cap and leave it to it. I'll put this back to the fridge, and I'm gonna write to this jar of coffee creamer. I had this little frother, little red thing, frothed the milk real well, and I just can't find it nowhere. So, I don't know where it is gone. I have decided to make my own herbal tea. I've been making my own herbal tea for years. I really enjoy growing them, forage for it, dry it. We just need the water in a minute for our tea. And make my own blends. So I know I have loads in my outside pantry, so hopefully at some point this month or next month we go out there after we use up everything, all the food, what is closer to the kitchen or in the kitchen, and we make like loads of different blends. But today what I have on hand is just here in front of me. I'll tell you about it in a minute. But I would like to make it in this jar, and in this jar there is some from my older blends of teas. What I have lost the label, what I can recognize, I can see dandelion flower, I can see, I think it's a mullein leaves, hawthorn berries, lavender, could it be lemon balm? But yeah, it's a very lovely blend as well. So I put all this in here, and actually we can make a tea today. Also, what I'm gonna put in there, some of the elderberry syrup. I like to use a syringe, and that can go right in there for extra vitamin. So I'm just gonna wait a few minutes until that water just slightly cools down, so we're not gonna lose the properties of these beautiful herbal flowers. Okay, just put this aside for a sec, and now we're ready to make our new blend. So what I have got in here, I've got some rose hips. Rose hips I forage around our property. I'm gonna put all in there, use them all up now. I'll wash these jars and I'm gonna reuse them. Also, what I have in here, I've bought these compostable tea bags. Look how cute they are. So I'm tempting to just make a few, just to see. Chamomile. I'm gonna put some chamomile in this little bag as well. I like to have chamomile tea before bed. It's got a calming properties, relaxing. Okay, that's plenty there. I'm just gonna pour that like that. And this is our very own homegrown homemade tea bag. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a few in a minute. Right, we've got some more chamomile. This is the fresh one from last year, but I've still got plenty from year before. So let's use some of that up as well. Okay. I've got mullein flower. Absolutely love growing mullein. It's not just looking this absolutely majestic plant with full of flowers, but just keep flowering and flowering all summer and autumn. But the bees and insects, I absolutely love it. And it's a herbal medicine as well. So let's put all in there. Wash this. Elderflower. Put the elderflower as well in there. Give it a good mix. And here you go, friends, our very own homegrown, homemade herbal tea. We're gonna make this probably the next couple of days. but I wanted to use up my old blend, so I'm just gonna pour the water over it now. This is now ready, and I'm just let it steep for about 15 minutes, and we're gonna have a taste test. We can add our honey, runny honey from our apiary if you want it, or we can just drink it as it is. I usually like to just cover it up. Look at this plate. I've got this from an antique shop as well, from Spode Company. A little rabbit on it. It's so cute. So I'm just gonna put this on the top, let this steep for about 15 minutes, and then I'll come back, I strain it, and then we're gonna have a taste test. Also, I might actually put in there a few, I've got oranges, these freeze-dried oranges, and some lemon. We've used we freeze-dried these, remember, on Christmas time if you've been with me. So I think I'm gonna put 1 slice of orange and 1 slice of lemon in there as well. Okay, what I like doing actually, I'm gonna get like a label similar to this, and I like writing down what's in there. It's just nice to know. Sometimes I can tell, sometimes I'm not sure. So I'm gonna do that right now while I remembered it. I've also ordered some Tomatillo purple, and I think this is just a normal, like a green looking. So that's good. And I bought this soil blocker. I'm not sure what to think about it. I'll have to try it first. And I've also got a new kitchen scale, friends. I am ready to make a sourdough bread. I am using out my new kitchen scale for the first time. So I've just measured out 10 grams of rock salt. And next I'm going to measure out, I'm just going to zero this, cool, 350 of lukewarm water. I'll do grams, or you can do mil. 359, it's okay, I'll leave it. And then next I'm gonna zero this out again, and straight away, because we're going to use the KitchenAid, I started enjoying using it. We're gonna measure out 500 grams of bread flour. I'm tempted actually to try my new grain mill. What I have, pearl barley I have to do first, because I haven't got whole wheat yet. So I'm just gonna sift this through right in a bowl. I've already got the attachment on my KitchenAid, the dough attachment. We're ready to go. First of all, we're gonna mix together the flour and the water for about 10 minutes. The sourdough starter is looking okay. We're also gonna add 150 grams of sourdough starter. I'm gonna measure it out. Right, water, flour together, perfect. And let's do it. Measure out the sourdough starter. 0. So sensitive this is. Okay, let's see. I think we're gonna do 100 grams, 103. 10 grams salt. And slowly add in the rest of the ingredients. What is not much, it's only 4 altogether: flour, water, sourdough starter and salt. So the flour and water has been mixing there now for 10 minutes, and I am ready to add the sourdough starter and 10 grams of pink Himalayan salt. And then we're going to mix this for another 5 minutes until the whole mixture becomes a dough. So we'll clear the bowl, the side of that bowl, and then we're just going to remove it. Until now I use my hands, but After I've tried a few times my KitchenAid, I really like it. It just makes my life so much quicker now and easier. So what I have noticed, as soon that becomes a dough, I just put a little bit of either water or a little bit of oil to take the whole dough out of the bowl. It's just easier. I was just showing you my quick lunch, some leftover lunch I had in between jobs, but this is now, as you can see, the bowl is now clean-ish, ready to take it out. I'm just going to use some butter. Just easier to take it off. It looks good. Wow, really nice. So next job I'm gonna do in here, I took some cheese out of the freezer yesterday. Let's have a taste test. We have made this cheese together. I've not put the date on it, but I think it's last year. That is okay. That is very nice. So I'm gonna make some marinade, and we're gonna marinate our turkey thighs in this marinade for tonight's dinner. So I have got kefir in here, and to this we're going to add, right, I've gathered all the ingredients now. So we've got onion powder, garlic powder, życiowa smoked paprika, our fermented hot sauce, some oregano and some green powder, homemade. I can't remember now what we've put in here. Green tops, and some oregano, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and give it a good mix. It's gonna be easier to mix everything together with a whisk. And I will put this aside while we're dealing with the chicken thighs. We're going to marinate the turkey in this marinade and have this for dinner tonight. That is delicious. Okay. Come on up a little bit of our fermented hot sauce. Okay. I thawed these turkey thighs out. I got it out of the freezer yesterday. Still a little bit frozen, I can't believe it. It's got some, still not 100% thawed. Let's see if we can break this up a bit. It took some time to take the skin off and debone it and take all the fatty bits. So now I am ready to just tenderize it a little bit. I am now ready to put all this meat and give it a good mix. I'm gonna put in this plastic container and leave it in the fridge until we need it. The tea we made earlier is so good. Delicious. I'm just doing some stretch and fold on our bread. gonna do this 2 more times before we're going to put this in a Banneton basket. I absolutely love this lip balm we've made together about 6 months ago. So good. I have got a surprise for you. To see the surprise, we need to go outside. Let's go. Look who we've got here. The chickens. Hello. Hello. All these chickens got names. They are my... So Dal, the larger one, is not a bantam, but the rest are they are bantams. Miniature chickens. Yes. Look, we've got the chickens here. And turkeys on their way. So this is gonna be their bedroom. Look at those little ladders going up in the middle. And then got the 2 sides. And their perches. All the way. And then we've got the same, the other side. All the way there. They are scratching, happy. The move went really well. So I've got black and white chickens. The black ones are the Cucumarans. Some of them are mixes now, because I have those chickens now about 7-8 years. And the white ones are the French breasts and French breast mixes. They've got all secured fencing, dig down. It should be fun. Just right there, that's where my grow room is. With a 2 window and door in the middle. So I'm gonna be so close. The chickens for me when I'm going to sow the seeds and potting on. And this is hopefully where the turkey's gonna live. So they have got the perches and the ladders as well. Although I'm thinking probably they like outside. So we've built them these little cool, it's got a roof as well. So if it's raining, hopefully they go under the roof and on those perches. Or just they go in this outside perch. Okay, the turkeys are here as well. Let me show you. Oh, I am so glad they're all here now. My sweet girls and boys. They all in this corner. I think they're just discovering their place. I was so curious, but they haven't been to their shelter, their bedroom yet. And they haven't even tried this. It started raining. So let's see what's gonna happen. I have got the little bantams here for now. So they've got their food and drink. And food and drink there. I made up a little nesting box for now. And that little plaque to stand on. They're so peaceful. The dog food is ready, so I'm gonna remove this. from the stove, and I did have some liver, turkey liver in there, and as we liked it so much, I think I'm gonna make another turkey liver pate, friends. And I've still got a few of these pancakes, so I think I'm just gonna make myself a snack. I'm gonna finish that off with the rose hip syrup and some cocoa powder. And I've got the potatoes out, so I think next I'm gonna peel the potatoes, and then we're gonna make chips for tonight's dinner. I feel a bit peckish, a bit hungry now. It's 4 o'clock. I think I'm ready for dinner. Yummy. Just cook this until this liver changes color from pink to brownie. And then we're gonna add a few more bits and bobs, blitz it, and we got breakfast for tomorrow. I had some fat on the turkey oven, so I put it off, and now I'm just rendering that turkey fat, and I'm going to use this up when we're going to fry tonight's dinner. But first I'm going to fry the shallots in there, what goes to the pate. So this is nearly done. As soon as this rendered down, I'm just going to fry the shallots, and then I'm going to make a pate. What I have got in here, the turkey liver what we've just fried, some salted butter, salt and pepper, splash of apple cider vinegar, and I'm probably going to put a little bit of olive oil to our turkey pate. Just like that, we have got our delicious turkey pate again. So I have got some bread flour in here, and to this I'm going to add onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika powder, pepper and salt. A good mix. I'm gonna add buttermilk, make it a bit crumbly, so when we put the chickens in here, the marinated chicken will give them a good coating. The dog's food is done. That can go to the freezer, and our chicken liver pate as well. So I'm ready to fry the turkey thighs. So I am just finishing off dinner now. We're going to have dinner. I am just shaping the sourdough bread. So I have done 3 stretch and fold on our bread dough. And as our last step, I've just stretched the dough, and this is now ready to go to the Banneton basket. Cover it up, leave it for good 4-5 hours before I'm going to put to the fridge, and we're gonna make a lovely bread tomorrow morning. And look at this dinner, it was delicious. We used homemade lovely sauce on it and really enjoyed it. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me the last couple of days and doing the pantry challenge. I have decided to stop now, so I'm gonna make the next one in the next vlog because it's just a bit too long. So, but yeah, until then, bye friends!